My name is Emma. I was 22 and desperately needed a job. I saw an ad in the newspaper. A man needed a maid for his 2 young children. The family was rich, but something about the ad felt urgent, like they needed more than just a helper. When I arrived, the house took my breath away. It was enormous, with tall gates and dark windows that made it feel almost empty. I rang the doorbell, my heart beating fast. The door opened. A tall man stood there, his dark eyes heavy and tired. He didn't smile. "You're here for the maid?" he asked. His voice was flat, distant, and for a moment I felt a chill run down my spine. "Yes, sir. My name is Emma," I said. "I'm Ethan," he replied. He stepped aside without another word, letting me in. As I walked through the grand hall, I noticed the silence. No laughter, no sounds of life, only the faint echo of my footsteps on the marble floor. Faded photographs lined the walls, pictures of a woman who never smiled, her face always serious, like a sad queen watching over the house. I heard faint footsteps upstairs, then silence. The house felt like it was holding its breath. I realized this job might be harder than I thought. When I finally met the children, twins about 7 years old, I understood even more. Liam and Sophie were quiet, not just shy, they barely spoke at all. They watched me with wide, cautious eyes, as if they were waiting to see if I would stay. "This is Emma," Ethan said. "She'll be your new maid." The children didn't respond. The house remained silent, and in that moment I knew this job was about more than cleaning. It was about bringing life into a place that had forgotten how to live. I noticed a closed door at the end of the hall. Something about it made me curious and a little afraid of what was behind it. My new life began. I lived in a small room inside the big house. I cleaned, cooked, washed dishes, and looked after the children. Liam and Sophie were very quiet. I never heard them laugh. They missed their mother a lot. Ethan didn't talk about her often. He was very busy and spent most of his time in his office. He ate alone and rarely spoke. One evening, while tidying up the attic, I found a small, dusty box. Inside were letters and a diary belonging to Isabella. Reading them, I learned about her loneliness in the house, how Ethan had buried his feelings in work, and how much he loved his children. Quietly, I realized he wasn't cold, he was just hurting. The last letter in the box was sealed. I hesitated, wondering if I should open it. What secrets had Isabella left behind? Slowly, I noticed small changes in the children. One evening, Liam and Sophie were laughing as they drew pictures together. I didn't see Ethan at first. He stood quietly in the doorway, watching. "They haven't laughed like this in a very long time," he said. My heart beat fast. This was the first time he had shared something personal. One Tuesday, a woman came to the house. She was well dressed. "I'm Clara," she said. "I'm Isabella's sister." Clara didn't like me. She watched everything I did. "You're too friendly with the children," she said. "They need rules, not just games." Later, she found me alone in the kitchen while I was washing dishes. "You think you can just walk in and take my sister's place?" she asked angrily. "No, of course not. I'm just the maid," I said quickly. She laughed. "Let me tell you a secret, little maid. This perfect family you see, it was never real. Ethan was never happy with my sister. He is cold. Isabella was lonely in this big house. Don't think you can make him happy. He cannot love." Her words hit me like a punch. Was Ethan really incapable of love? Could I ever belong here? Clara visited often. She tried to make me feel unimportant. Her words hurt, even if I ignored them. One afternoon, she said the children need a real mother, not just a girl who plays games. I felt ashamed. I wanted to disappear. Then Ethan spoke. "Emma is very good to my children," he said. "She makes them happy. That is enough." I was surprised. It wasn't just a boss talking. My heart beat faster. Something was changing between us. Over the next few weeks, Ethan began to open up more. One rainy evening, we were in the kitchen together. Liam had spilled his paint on the floor. I laughed while cleaning it up. Ethan laughed too. It was soft, quiet, but it made my heart race. "You always make things better," he said, looking at me. I felt a warmth I had never felt before. One evening, while putting the children to bed, Sophie gave me a small drawing. Ethan and I were smiling, together with the children around us. My eyes filled with tears. Even without words, the children were showing me that I belonged there. That night, as I read a bedtime story to Liam and Sophie, I noticed Ethan standing silently in the doorway. Then, something incredible happened. Liam looked up at me and whispered, "Emma, will you stay?" My heart jumped. "Of course, Liam, I'm not going anywhere." Then Sophie, who had never spoken a word before, looked at Ethan and said softly, "Daddy, smile." Ethan froze. Then he knelt beside her, gently brushed her hair back and said, "I will, Sophie. I will smile because of you too." The three of us hugged. In that moment, the house finally felt like home. One night, Ethan came into my room. He looked nervous, but his eyes were full of hope. "You are a miracle, Emma," he said softly. He kissed me gently. The next morning, Clara came in without calling. "What's going on here?" she demanded. "You think you can steal my sister's husband? You're a gold digger." My heart broke. I felt I didn't belong. "I'm sorry, Ethan," I said, and ran upstairs. But Ethan followed me. "Don't listen to her," he said. "The only thing wrong was my life before you came." He told me about his unhappy marriage, his loneliness, and how I brought color back into his life. "Emma, I'm falling in love with you. Please don't leave. Let's build a real family together." 6 months passed. The house was filled with laughter. Clara didn't visit anymore. I shared the master bedroom with Ethan. I never opened Isabella's sealed letter. Some memories are too delicate to disturb. One day, Ethan asked, "Are you happy, Emma?" I looked at our home and smiled. Yes, more than I ever dreamed. I came here as a maid looking for a job. Soon, I would be Ethan's wife. Love can grow in the most unexpected places. Kindness and patience can heal even the saddest hearts. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.